Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Montana Tech and Rocky Mountain College set to take part in part two of our doubleheader here at Calvin Sampson Court. Sean Ryan sitting along with you as we get set for another spectacular night of Frontier action. Rocky at 4-4 in Frontier play. Montana Tech at 2-7. The Diggers, however, coming off a big win over Carroll College, their rival. 73-70 was the final in that one. And Rocky will win the tip. It's over on the right-hand side. Cannon will drive in. He'll miss the layup, and Panabecker will come away with a loose ball. Boy, a nifty little tip play there as Cannon almost had a chance to start Rocky up 2-0, less than 10 seconds into it. This is the Rocky Mountain College team that is led by Jared Samuelson. Samuelson, the big number 34 in the middle. Chapman, little jumper, that's off the mark. Rebound down to the Battlin Bears, and Craig Wilmore controlling it. Satchel McDonald. Drive across the lane, back to Wilmore. Now Cannon in. Diggers doing a good job of getting in the passing lanes. They throw it ahead, over the top, and alley-oop. And that's Craig Wilmore scoring it, the 6'3" junior out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Last played at Daytona State. I'm sure it's lovely this time of year. Over on the right-hand side, it's O'Neal. He'll drive in, get in the lane, hang in the air, put the shot up, and it's not going to go. Satchel McDonald, and Wilmore scores it in transition for the Diggers. They find themselves in a 4-0 hole early on. This is a Montana Tech team that is now 10-10 overall, picking up their second win in a week. They won a postponed contest on Thursday against University of Providence. Samuelson right around Miles with the Euro step, and Coach Adam Hyatt calls a timeout as the Battlin Bears lead 6-0, and Tech finds themselves in an early hole. Let's talk a little bit about Rocky Mountain College.
When Montana Tech was being formed, there was this huge need for engineering in the mines in particular. And in 1904, we had our first 10 graduates. And this spring, I'm going to have the opportunity to shake hands of over 500 extraordinary graduates whose lives have been changed because of Montana Tech. That problem-solving capability has expanded to include energy, ecology and restoration, business land management, trades and technical, nursing and health programs. Whatever the problem is, Montana Tech is the solution.
As we come back for the break, let's talk a little bit about Rocky Mountain College. They are a team that are coached by Billy Drykeson. Coach Bill Drykeson is in his 18th season at Rocky Mountain College. He's won over 300 games at the collegiate level, all of them at Rocky, where he played back in the day. Former Class C guy playing for Hinsdale, if memory serves me right. John Chapman with a three to open it up right in front of Rocky's bench. And the Diggers trail 6-3. Miles all over Cannon. Cannon, a former Class C hooper, led his Roy Winifred Outlaw team to his state championship back in 2013. Chris O'Neal, the point guard for the Orediggers. He finished last night with 19, 7, and 3 to lead Montana Tech to a win over the number 10 Fighting Saints. Shot clock down to 8. Miles, little pump fake. He'll drive down baseline. Chapman from the other corner. That one's off the mark. Samuelson drags down the rebound. Iman Chapman with the steal. Chris O'Neal will have it in transition. Satchel McDonald will now run it, and a tip by Chapman. Two deflections there by Iman Chapman in about 25 seconds. Coach Adam Hyatt animated on the sidelines. O'Neal, he'll drive in the lane, find a little space, back out Miles. Pump fake, takes a dribble. Rocky with it on the left-hand side. Driving in, Samuelson, big-time athletic dunk. As nobody checked the roll guy. Rocky's got 2 dunks. They're opening 8 possessions. Miles will get a high screen from Molesworth. Molesworth will roll towards the middle. Kick it out. O'Neal, 3 from in front of the Rocky bench. That one's long. Rebound tracked down by Wilmore. Now Satchel McDonald. Over to Cannonen. To Betcher. Betcher tried to throw that to Samuelson, who wasn't rolling. And O'Neal across the lane, can't get it to go. Iman Chapman goes up and gets it deflected away. Samuelson, about 24 feet, hands off to Satchel McDonald. Cannonen finds a little lane for him, and Betcher is able to score it. And Coach Hyatt calls his second timeout. It's Rocky 10, Montana Tech 3, with 15-18 left to go here in the first.
I picked Tech because it was really low-cost education, and it was a great school. Typically in my class size was anywhere from 10 to 15 students, so the professors knew us on a first-name basis. When I finished at Montana Tech, moving on to graduate school, I had 0 student loans, which was a huge benefit to me. As long as you're willing to work, Montana Tech is willing to work for you.
Montana Tech. Find your solution.
Visit the new MontanaSports.com. It's your online source for statewide sports in Montana. Get the latest scores or watch your favorite highlights, all from MontanaSports.com.
As we come back from the break, 15-18 left to go here in the first. Montana Tech finds themselves down 10-3 to Rocky Mountain College. The Diggers not afraid of comebacks, though. They did trail Carroll College by 13 at the half last night when they trailed 41-28 before they scored 45 points in that second half to come back and beat the number 10 Fighting Saints. Dylan Panabecker back into the game. On the floor for the Orediggers, it's O'Neal, Chapman, England, Miles, and Panabecker. Checking also in for Rocky Mountain College is Austin Payne, a 6'5 junior out of Cypress College. Panabecker down on the baseline, passes down to Miles. Miles into the lane, drops it off to England, goes up, can't get the layup to go, and a rebound comes down to Samuelson. Samuelson in the lane, that's an athletic finish by the big man. It was stripped away from him, but he got it back and finished. O'Neal being trapped. Taylor England with it. He'll hold it high above his head as the Diggers reset their offense. It's 12-3, Rocky leading by 9. O'Neal to Miles. Feeds it into Taylor England. England back out, Chapman, 3. That one's off the mark. And Latrell Franklin will bring it in transition for Rocky. Franklin, a quick guard, works against Panabecker. Drop it back off. Payne, he'll put the jumper up, and it's good for 2. Austin Payne, 6'5", able to shoot over the top of the Montana Tech defenders. Panabecker on the inside, a little 10-footer. And he'll get the second field goal of the night for Montana Tech. It's 14-5, Rocky leading by 9. 13-14 left to go here in the first. Cannonen down in the corner, defended by Chapman, and they will call a foul against Taylor England for the displacement against Samuelson. Cale Goldseth will check in. John Chapman will check out. Tegan Johnson checks in for Rocky. And another sub checking in. That's Joel Towers, a 5'10 freshman out of Hollywood, California. Ball is tipped away on the inbound. They were looking to try and get it in to Joel Towers. They do. Front of the Tech bench. Get a high screen for Franklin. Back out to Payne. Payne. He'll work against Pannebecker. Franklin drives in, puts the jumper up. It's off the mark. Rebound to Samuelson, and he scores it. Carson Doomer set to check in for the Orediggers, who find themselves down 11. O'Neal. To Goldseth. To Pannebecker, a little 10-footer. He scores it again. So Dylan Pannebecker's got a quick 4. He's the leading scorer for Montana Tech. It's 16-5. Samuelson, 25-plus feet away from the basket. Tegan Johnson drives in, puts the shot up. It's tipped away. Samuelson comes down with the offensive rebound, and that'll be the second on Taylor England. It's 16-7 with Rocky in the lead by 9. Samuelson with the chance to extend that. He makes the first. Carson Doomer checking in. And he goes 2 of 2. Danny Betcher checks in for Rocky. Betcher, a 6'7 junior, also played at Billings West. Damon Chapman checks back in as Chris O'Neal apparently has some blood on his jersey, or blood on his arm. He'll get that checked out by the trainer. Get it cleaned up. He'll be back in at the next dead ball, probably. Pannebecker, the layup in transition. Good find there by Goldseth. So Dylan Pannebecker has a quick 6 points, and Rocky leads 18-9. Towers, jumper, it's off the mark. Tegan Johnson with the offensive board. Betcher in rhythm, that one's off the mark. Jake Miles is going to get fouled by Joel Towers. And that'll be the second. Excuse me, that's the first on Rocky. First on Rocky and the first on Towers. Goldseth to Miles. Now Pannebecker has it, shot clock at 14. Drives in the lane, spin move, gets it with the right hand. A quick 8 for Dylan Pannebecker out of Choteau, Montana. Rocky leading 18-11, 11-11 left to go here in the first. Towers with the 3, scores it. And that'll kill a little momentum that Montana Tech was trying to build. As Pannebecker has scored the last 8 straight for the Digs. Chapman gets a screen from Doomer, kicks it out. Pannebecker for 3, it's in! And Coach Bill Drakeson wants to call a timeout. He doesn't like that Dylan Pannebecker has come to play, and Rocky leading it 21-14 with 10:46 left to go here in the first.
We don't believe that you have to be born into extraordinary circumstances to live an extraordinary life.
So what we want to do at Montana Tech is we want to put more students on that extraordinary path.
We take our students out of the classroom into the field.
Montana Tech promotes problem solvers, not problem makers.
They're able to adapt to pretty much any situation.
At Montana Tech, our students graduate and they go to work. They live the American dream. By supporting the Montana Tech Foundation, they're helping us put more students on that extraordinary path.
I'm done.
(21-14). 10:43 left to go here in the first. Montana Tech continuing to play the man-to-man. Tough defense. Latrell Franklin on the inside. Out to Payne. Payne hits a three. It's 24-14. 10:20 left to go here in the first. On the right-hand side, Doomer catches it on the elbow. As Miles comes around, drops it off. Doomer on the inside, lays it up and in. Carson Doomer from Jake Miles. Doomer the first Oredigger to score as a foul on Goldseth. Doomer the first Oredigger to score that besides Dylan Panabecker since John Chapman hit Montana Tech's opening three. So just under 10 minutes left to play here in this first half. It's Montana Tech and Rocky Mountain College locked up in a pretty good one here. Montana Tech shooting 40% from the field. Rocky shooting 56%. O'Neal with the steal. He's got it. Satchel McDonald driving down, and it's going to be Montana Tech basketball. Good defensive energy there by O'Neal. As Joel Towers will check out. Wilmore checks back in. Chapman out to Panabecker. Panabecker gets a screen, rolls into the lane, and he scores it. That's 13 now for Dylan Panabecker. And it's 24-18. Rebound comes down to Chapman. Diggers off on a little run here. Panabecker collects it right in front of the Rocky bench. O'Neal across the lane, gets fouled, and we got two free throws coming. Foul whistled against Payne. That is his first, team second. I like that these officials are letting the teams play a little bit. Cannonen and Samuelson set to check back in for Rocky. As Payne will check out. Cannonen checks in, Samuelson checks in. It's 24-19. O'Neal 2 for 2. The Diggers have scored the last 6 straight. Cannonen across the lane working against Goldseth, and a foul called. That'll be against Goldseth. That'll be his second. So Cannonen will step to the stripe. Cannonen, the outside shooting threat for Rocky Mountain College. He can really light it up from deep. But he misses the first at the free throw line. Cannon has started all 19, now make it 20 games for Rocky Mountain College, averaging 24 minutes per game. Shooting about 40% from the field and from three. That was only his 18th and 19th free throws of the season, but shooting 82% at that line. It's 25-20. And shot is missed by the Diggers. Wilmore puts up the three. It's off the mark. Pannebecker with it. In transition. Goes across the lane, and a blocking foul whistled against Cannonen. So Pannebecker will step to the stripe. (25-20), 8:23 left to go here in the first. As Pannebecker leaves the first one short. On the season, Pannebecker at the free throw line has been a little suspect. Shooting 54%. And Darius Collins will check in for him at the next possible opportunity as Pannebecker goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. So Pannebecker has got 14 for Montana Tech, going 1 of 2. It's 25-21. That was the first foul on Cannon, and the third on Rocky. Cannon will drive all the way down, feed it into Betcher. Betcher back out to Cannon. Samuelson to McDonald. He'll do a little hesitation dribble. Rises up, misses it, and the rebound down to O'Neal. O'Neal to Chapman, 14 on the shot clock, 7:43 left to go here in the first. Iman Chapman thinking about it. Shot clock down to 4. O'Neal at the buzzer, it's up, off the mark, rebound to Doomer, kicks it back out. Iman Chapman for 3, that one's way off. Rebound down to Darius Collins, and the Diggers will reset. Couple of offensive boards for Montana Tech, and they got a fresh shot clock. 7:14 left to go here in the first. Chapman on the back, door cut, and it's good for 2. And Rocky will respond by calling a timeout. It's 25-23. The Orediggers find themselves down by 2 with 7:08 left to go here in the first.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
Welcome back, Montana Tech students and staff from Steeles. Montana Tech is important to Butte and Southwest Montana, and Steeles is proud to support Tech in many ways. Right now, anyone with a current Montana Tech ID will receive a 5% discount on anything in our store, just in time to furnish or upgrade those new apartments or homes. See our selection of home furnishings, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. Welcome back, Montana Tech from Steeles in Butte and Deer Lodge. Go Diggers!
Seven minutes and 4 seconds left to play here in the first. And Rocky, after calling that timeout, worked to get the ball in. Darius Collins, hands all over it, as he forced a little disruption on the offensive end for Rocky Mountain College. Collins will defend the inbound. As Wilmore will throw it in. He gets it into Satchel McDonald. McDonald, a 5'11 junior. Drives over, Betcher, find a lane, and he loses it out of bounds. The Diggers looking to overcome a little bit of a slow start. Might be the understatement of the year. As they trailed by double digits early on. Collins, space out pass to Chapman, into Doomer. Doomer with the right hand, that one's off the mark. They keep it alive, and it'll be Rocky basketball. (25-23) Rocky leading. As Satchel McDonald can't get that to go. Kick out to Cannonen. That three's off the mark. Rebound to Chris O'Neill. Doomer with the shot, it's off the mark. Samuelson on the inside, puts it up, and he scores the first basket for Rocky Mountain College in what seems like an eternity. Doomer keeps the ball alive. Pass out. Chapman, little pump fake. Step back three. Gets it in rhythm. And a blocking foul against Chapman. Samuelson, he'll control it, working against Molesworth, who checked in at the last dead ball. 27-26. Cannonen in rhythm. Boy, that's a tough shot as Collins was defending. It's 30-26. Rocky leading by 4 now. Iman Chapman drives in, and an offensive foul. That'll be the 6th on Montana Tech as a team, the first on Chapman. And Dylan Pannebecker and Jake Miles check back in. Iman Chapman will check out. As we get the ball in. 30-26, Rocky and Montana Tech. Terrell Franklin out to Payne, who was able to knock that one down. And Rocky has hit back-to-back threes to pull ahead by 7. O'Neill trying to get it into Pannebecker, turns it over. Out, Cannonen. 3, it's short, doesn't draw anything. Threes in transition are tough sometimes. Chapman will get a screen from Panabecker, drives in the lane. Little floater, it's up, it's off the mark. Rebound to Molesworth, and he'll go to the line. Across the lane, Rocky will feed it inside to Samuelson. He'll get double teamed, and he misses it with the right hand hook shot, but he had a good look at it. Long pass over the top to Chapman, and the Diggers were running when they didn't need to run. And it'll be Montana Tech basketball as they tried to feed it to Samuelson. That was Latrell Franklin. 33-26, 3:01 left to go here in the first. Diggers bring it across the timeline. That's O'Neal with it. He'll hand off to Panabecker. Panabecker, who did score 11 straight for Montana Tech at one point. Into Molesworth. Molesworth, turnaround jumper. It'll rattle home. Little shooter's roll there. As Latrell Franklin, boy, he quick. Able to run through a car wash without getting wet. Samuelson gets stopped in the middle lane, turnaround, fadeaway jumper, and that one will go. (35-28). Rocky leading by 7. Miles, kick out. Chapman in the corner. That three is short, and Franklin comes down with the board. And a double dribble as Franklin held it against his thigh. No complaints from Coach Drankusen. Tegan Johnson checks in. Iman Chapman checks in. John Chapman checks out. Frank Wilmore checks out. Craig Wilmore. 2:10 left to go here in this first half. Rocky 35, Tech 28. Digger's been stuck on 28 for a while as Panabecker with a reverse layup. And that was a nifty pass by O'Neal. Able to thread the needle there. Johnson stops with it, gives it back over, and Samuelson is able to track it down. Shot clock at 14. Satchel McDonald on the drive, and he will go up for 2 free throw attempts coming up. McDonald has not scored in this contest so far. Samuelson has got a majority of Rocky's points. And McDonald makes the first. (36-30). And 2 for 2 goes McDonald. And Rocky's going to bring up the pressure. They're in a 2-2-1 full court. Looks like they're trying to trap. O'Neal passes over it. With 20 on the shot clock and a minute 30 on the game clock. Diggers will give it to Iman Chapman. Panabecker in the middle of the lane, drives in, drops off to Doomer. Doomer on the inside, it's up and good. Great play there by Panabecker to find the big man underneath the bucket. And Doomer went up and finished. It's a 5-point ball game, 37-32. Tegan Johnson in rhythm. That one's off the mark. Diggers had a little bit of a blown coverage there, but no harm, no foul. Doomer in the post, driving left hand. It's off the mark, and they'll keep it alive in the hands of Pannebecker. And with 50 seconds left, shot clock at 25, the Diggers will hold it, reset the offense. Miles in the lane, stops, kicks it back out to O'Neal. A high on-ball screen for O'Neal, out to Pannebecker. Pannebecker, he'll drive in the lane, put it up with the right hand. If anybody's seen Dylan Pannebecker, please return him to 1300 West Park Street. Playing out of his mind like a totally different cat this game. 15 seconds left as the shot clock is turned off. Latrell Franklin got away with a walk there. He'll drive in. They drop it off to Betcher. Betcher scores it. Diggers get it into Miles. Miles across the lane at half court. And it's off. It's 39-34 at the end of 20 minutes. Montana Tech trails Rocky Mountain College by 5 in what has been a pretty good barn burner of a contest. We'll go ahead and take a break and bring you back here after the half to see this conclusion of this one.
It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech, it felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
Montana Tech is my family's solution.
My name is John Wick. I am a graphic designer as well as a teacher and executive director, and I wear a whole lot of other hats. I basically want to drink coffee and make really cool things. My experience at Tech really gave me the confidence to say, well, I can go out and do that stuff. Montana Tech really legitimized and helped me develop the skills that I didn't even really know that I had. Montana Tech was my solution.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here.
When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me willing to help me.
When Montana Tech was being formed, there was this huge need for engineering in the mines in particular. And in 1904, we had our first 10 graduates. And this spring, I'm going to have the opportunity to shake hands of over 500 extraordinary graduates whose lives have been changed because of Montana Tech. That problem-solving capability has expanded to include energy, ecology and restoration, business, land management, trades and technical, nursing and health programs. Whatever the problem is, Montana Tech is the solution.
I picked Tech because it was really low-cost education, and it was a great school. Typically in my class size was anywhere from 10 to 15 students, so the professors knew us on a first-name basis. When I finished at Montana Tech, moving on to graduate school, I had 0 student loans, which was a huge benefit to me. As long as you're willing to work, Montana Tech is willing to work for you.
Montana Tech. Find your solution.
Visit the new MontanaSports.com. It's your online source for statewide sports in Montana. Get the latest scores or watch your favorite highlights, all from MontanaSports.com.
We don't believe that you have to be born into extraordinary circumstances to live an extraordinary life. So what we want to do at Montana Tech is we want to put more students on that extraordinary path.
We take our students out of the classroom into the field.
Montana Tech promotes problem solvers, not problem makers.
They're able to adapt to pretty much any situation.
At Montana Tech, our students graduate and they go to work. They live the American dream. By supporting the Montana Tech Foundation, they're helping us put more students on that extraordinary path.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
Welcome back, Montana Tech students and staff from Steeles. Montana Tech is important to Butte and Southwest Montana, and Steeles is proud to support Tech in many ways. Right now, anyone with a current Montana Tech ID will receive a 5% discount on anything in our store, just in time to furnish or upgrade those new apartments or homes. See our selection of home furnishings, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. Welcome back, Montana Tech from Steeles in Butte and Deer Lodge. Go Diggers!
It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech, it felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
Montana Tech is my family's solution.
My name is John Wick. I am a graphic designer, as well as a teacher and executive director, and I wear a whole lot of other hats. I basically want to drink coffee and make really cool things. My experience at Tech really gave me the confidence to say, well, I can go out and do that stuff. Montana Tech really legitimized and helped me develop the skills that I didn't even really know that I had. Montana Tech was my solution.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here.
When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me willing to help me.
When Montana Tech was being formed, there was this huge need for engineering in the mines in particular. And in 1904, we had our first 10 graduates. And this spring, I'm going to have the opportunity to shake hands of over 500 extraordinary graduates whose lives have been changed because of Montana Tech. That problem-solving capability has expanded to include energy, ecology and restoration, business land management, trades and technical, nursing and health programs. Whatever the problem is, Montana Tech is the solution.
I picked Tech because it was really low-cost education, and it was a great school. Typically in my class size was anywhere from 10 to 15 students, so the professors knew us on a first-name basis. When I finished at Montana Tech, moving on to graduate school, I had 0 student loans, which was a huge benefit to me. As long as you're willing to work, Montana Tech is willing to work for you.
Montana Tech. Find your solution.
Visit the new MontanaSports.com. It's your online source for statewide sports in Montana. Get the latest scores or watch your favorite highlights, all from MontanaSports.com.
We don't believe that you have to be born into extraordinary circumstances to live an extraordinary life. So what we want to do at Montana Tech is we want to put more students on that extraordinary path.
We take our students out of the classroom into the field.
Montana Tech promotes problem solvers, not problem makers.
They're able to adapt to pretty much any situation.
At Montana Tech, our students graduate and they go to work. They live the American dream. By supporting the Montana Tech Foundation, you're helping us put more students on that extraordinary path.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
Welcome back, Montana Tech students and staff from Steeles. Montana Tech is important to Butte and Southwest Montana, and Steeles is proud to support Tech in many ways. Right now, anyone with a current Montana Tech ID will receive a 5% discount on anything in our store, just in time to furnish or upgrade those new apartments or homes. See our selection of home furnishings, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. Welcome back, Montana Tech from Steeles in Butte and Deer Lodge. Go Diggers!
It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech, it felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
Montana Tech is my family's solution.
My name is John Wick. I am a graphic designer as well as a teacher and executive director, and I wear a whole lot of other hats. I basically want to drink coffee and make really cool things. My experience at Tech really gave me the confidence to say, well, I can go out and do that stuff. Montana Tech really legitimized and helped me develop the skills that I didn't even really know that I had. Montana Tech was my solution.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here.
When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors.
Welcome back for the second half of Montana Tech and Rocky Mountain College. Tech shooting 48% from the field. Rocky shooting 45%. The Digger shooting 83% at the free throw line. That's what's really got them going in this one. That and Dylan Panabecker. Iman Chapman to Panabecker. Back over to Miles. To O'Neal. They'll double team O'Neal. To Panabecker. He goes in the lane. Right hand. It's good. And Panabecker's got 20 for the Digs. Wilmore cutting across the lane. Gets it stripped. Kick back out to Kennedy. He'll come off a screen. And Molesworth knocks it out of bounds. Shot is up and missed. Iman Chapman with a good contest. And he clears the rebound for the Orediggers. Molesworth in the high post. To Miles for three. That's Miles' first triple of the contest, and it ties it up at 39-all. Samuelson across the lane, gets it stripped. On the left-hand side, it's Panabecker. He'll try a three. That one's off the mark. Diggers keep it alive, and they will reset the offense at the 18-18 mark of the second half. O'Neal get a high screen. They're going to come out and try and hard hedge it, looking to trap. And the hard hedge does not pay off as Samuelson picks up his first. Latrell Franklin checking in. Craig Wilmore checking out. Wilmore hasn't looked the same since he took that offensive foul and drew it against Iman Chapman in that first half. Walking a little gimpy. Molesworth in the high post. Hands off to Iman Chapman. Back out. Chapman pump fake. Drives in. Oh, tries to go up, but he gets fouled. He was trying to hammer it home, but he got fouled. And will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. A good pump fake there to get the defender in the air. And the foul is whistled against Danny Betcher. Chapman misses that one. And Chapman goes 1 of 2. And the Diggers have the lead. 40-39, their first lead of this contest. That comes at the 17:58 mark. Rocky on the offensive end. It's in the hands of Samuelson. A couple of back cutters. McDonald driving in across the lane, and Pannebecker picks one up. That's the second on Pannebecker and the first on Tech here in this second half. Samuelson with the catch. He'll step back from 17. It's off the mark. And the Diggers clear the rebound. That's Pannebecker on the board. That's his 5th. Miles with the high screen. Molesworth on the inside. Kicks it back out to Pannebecker. Pannebecker driving across the lane and a blocking foul. That one's going to go against Austin Payne. And that is his 3rd. His 3rd, team 3rd, 17:24 left to go here in the second. Diggers with that 1-point lead on the Amon Chapman free throw. Miles, the pump fake, the drive, gets in the lane, puts it up, and it's off the mark. One more dribble and he would have had it. Latrell Franklin, defended by Chris O'Neill. He'll drive in, kick it back out. Towers for 3, it's off the mark. Rebound down to Molesworth. Diggers did a good job on rebounding there by pushing the bigs of Rocky underneath the bucket, seeing as they already had interior position. O'Neill to Molesworth. Molesworth loses it on the inside, and the sub is going to check in. That's going to be Doomer, which looks like he's for Molesworth. Payne, 3, it's off the mark. Rebound to Molesworth. It's tipped around, and Pannebecker will come away with it. Might have to give him credit with that rebound. Pannebecker with the back cut. Molesworth slips the screen. Now he drops off. 15 feet, that one's short. Samuelson across the lane. He gets doubled and then drops it over the top with the right hand. Come on, Chapman. Across the lane, drives in, and he gets called for a foul. Excuse me, for a travel. And there's a timeout for the media on the floor. It's Rocky 41, Tech 40, with 15:46 left to go here in the second half.
When Montana Tech was being formed, there was this huge need for engineering in the mines in particular. And in 1904, we had our first 10 graduates. And this spring, I'm going to have the opportunity to shake hands of over 500 extraordinary graduates whose lives have been changed because of Montana Tech. That problem-solving capability has expanded to include energy, ecology and restoration, business land management, trades and technical, nursing and health programs. Whatever the problem is, Montana Tech is the solution.
I picked Tech because it was really low-cost education, and it was a great school. Typically in my class size was anywhere from 10 to 15 students, so the professors knew us on a first-name basis. When I finished at Montana Tech, moving on to graduate school, I had 0 student loans, which was a huge benefit to me. As long as you're willing to work, Montana Tech is willing to work for you.
Montana Tech. Find your solution.
Visit
Chapman with the steal. On the right-hand side, goes up, misses it, gets the tip back, and it's good. It's defense leading to offense for Montana Tech. Miles defending well against Towers. Betcher on the inside working against Doomer. Franklin driving inside, Payne, and they're going to have him be bumped on the pass. It's a Rocky Mountain College team that is averaging 84.7 points per game and giving up 72.8. In comparison, the Montana Tech team is scoring 76 points per game but giving up 68.4 points per game. Long pass over the top to Towers. Towers will feed it into Betcher. Betcher, spin move, baseline, back to the middle. Doomer with the block. Carson Doomer and the Carson Doomer contingent down in front of me have to be loving that as much as Coach Hyatt is. Another note I wanted to talk about is the coaches are wearing sneakers tonight on the sideline for the Coaches versus Cancer Week. Pannebecker, that three's off the mark. And the Diggers will have to retreat to the defense. Miles in the passing lane, takes it away. Drives in and lay it up for two. And a timeout is called by Rocky Mountain College, and the Diggers have their largest lead, 44-41. Montana Tech up by 3 with 14-13 left in the second.
Visit the new MontanaSports.com. It's your online source for statewide sports in Montana. Get the latest scores or watch your favorite highlights, all from MontanaSports.com.
We don't believe that you have to be born into extraordinary circumstances to live an extraordinary life. So what we want to do at Montana Tech is we want to put more students on that extraordinary path.
We take our students out of the classroom into the field.
Montana Tech promotes problem solvers, not problem makers.
They're able to adapt to pretty much any situation.
At Montana Tech, our students graduate and they go to work. They live the American dream. By supporting the Montana Tech Foundation, they're helping us put more students on that extraordinary path.
I'm Dr. Hillary.
The Diggers defending well. Ball in the hands of Satchel McDonald. McDonald with it on the Town Pump logo. Back over to Payne, and we'll have a foul against Darius Collins as he got a hand in there. That's Collins' first, team third at the 14:07 mark. Tough shot by Betcher. It's missed. Tipped up around, and Doomer will clear it for the Digs. Couple of bullets dodged there for Montana Tech. Pannebecker across the lane, driving in, and a foul. And immediate timeout on the floor. 44-41, the Diggers have the ball underneath their own bucket as they lead by 3.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
Welcome back, Montana Tech students and staff from Steeles. Montana Tech is important to Butte and Southwest Montana, and Steeles is proud to support Tech in many ways. Right now, anyone with a current Montana Tech ID will receive a 5% discount on anything in our store, just in time to furnish or upgrade those new apartments or homes. See our selection of home furnishings, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. Welcome back, Montana Tech, from Steeles in Butte and Deer Lodge. Go Diggers!
A foul against Rocky Mountain College coming out of the media timeout. Miles driving in, gives a little shoulder. That one's off the mark, tips it out. Miles for three, that one's off the mark, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Rocky in the hands of Samuelson. He'll hand off to McDonald. McDonald will come around the screen. Over to Betcher. He'll hand off to Franklin. Franklin drive in the lane, put the scoop shot up. It's off the mark, but Betcher is able to muscle it away. Samuelson, tough shot on the turnaround, and Collins gets the rebound. Pannebecker with a good hard foul to prevent the layup. That'll be Tech's fourth team foul, as Amon Chapman and Dylan Pannebecker and John Chapman will check in for who I believe will be Pannebecker with his third. Free throw is missed. (44-41) at the 12:35 mark. As Latrell Franklin goes 1 of 2. Chapman to Goldseth. Back to Chapman. Now to Doomer, to Collins. And Collins trying to throw it to Amon Chapman, and there's a turnover. Franklin to Samuelson. Goes up, misses it. Rebound to Amon Chapman. Doomer driving in, gets it stripped away. Doomer to Goldseth, cutting across the lane. It'll go out of bounds and to Rocky. Latrell Franklin able to answer for Rocky Mountain College. And it's 44-44. John Chapman with it. Chapman coming off a screen. He puts it up. It's off the mark. Darius Collins keeps it alive and throws it to Goldseth. Chapman steps into it. Oh, the one dribble. Didn't go down. Samuelson in the post, drops off to Cannon. Cannon, 3, right in front of the Rocky bench. It's a 6-0 run for Rocky. And Doomer and Cannon tie it up. Possession arrow in favor of Rocky Mountain College. Cannon out on the right-hand side. They're looking to feed Betcher. Betcher posting up hard. Out over the hands to Wilmore. Wilmore into Betcher, and Betcher can't handle it, and it'll be Montana Tech basketball. O'Neal in the lane, goes up with the right hand, and he is bumped, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. That's on Latrell Franklin, the 6th on Rocky. It's still 47-44. Chris O'Neal at the line. O'Neal's only got 2 points to go so far, but he's got 3 assists for the Orediggers. And he's got another point to his credit. The leading scorer for Montana Tech is Dylan Pennebecker. He's got 20. On an ultra-efficient night, he is 9 of 12 from the floor. And O'Neal goes 2 of 2 to pull the Diggers back within 1. It's 47-46. As Rocky will bring it around the outside of the circle. They try to throw it into McDonald. England comes away with a steal. Miles for 3. That one's off the mark. Can't find the bottom of the iron right now from deep. Again, the Orediggers. Long pass over the top to Cannon. Cannon spinning, turning, and it's going to be Montana Tech. Last touch by Montana Tech. Betcher checks out. Samuelson checks back in. 47-46. These teams met earlier this year. In a tough one. That saw Montana Tech lose 65-55. On the left-hand side, they feed it inside. Samuelson able to score it with good pole position against Taylor England. O'Neal in the lane, goes up. And McDonald able to score it. Jake Miles across the lane, goes up, can't get it to go, and it's going to stay with Montana Tech. Rocky is on a 10-2 run after Montana Tech built a 3-point lead at 44-41. Illegal screen against Iman Chapman. That is the 3rd on Chapman at the 8:50 mark. McDonald out to Franklin. McDonald thinking about it. He's a driver. Goes across the lane and finishes. Wow, what a finish there. Bit of a desperation heave, but he got it to go. And a timeout by Montana Tech as Rocky leads 53-46. 8:21 left to go here in the second.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
(53-46). Montana Tech with the ball in front of their own basket. 26 seconds on the shot clock as the Diggers look for a little spark here on the offensive end. O'Neal with the catch, with the drive. Down to Doomer. Doomer on the inside, goes up with the left hand, and it'll rattle home. It's an impressive move by Carson Doomer. And Amon Chapman has a steal. Drop it off to Panabecker. Panabecker, the hoop and the harm. Amon Chapman hit the deck kind of hard, came down a little awkward, but is able to keep his dribble alive and drop it off to Panabecker on a little, little option play. I think I saw that same play when Army was playing earlier this year in a bowl game against San Diego State. As Panabecker misses the front end. Latrell Franklin going to start the active dribble, throws it back door to Towers, and Chapman had a block. They're going to call that on Jake Miles. That's Miles' first. That's a better foul call than on Chapman because that would have been his fourth. It's 53-50, Rocky. And Rocky is at the free throw line, missing the first. And he goes 1 of 2, does Joel Towers. Miles working against the full court pressure. Amon Chapman with a great snag, keeping it from going into the third row. There's a couple people in those good seats that were thinking, oh, might have caught a ball in my lap. Doomer in the high post. It's Chapman who keeps it, and Joel Towers will pick up a foul. Doomer was in the lane looking to get that pass, but a good deflection by the defense of Rocky. But it's a 1-on-1 situation for Amon Chapman. Chapman misses the first. Chapman is 1 of 3 from the free throw line. The Diggers are now 6 of 11. Franklin down to McDonald. They're looking to post up Samuelson. Doomer, a good job of riding him out. Latrell Franklin, little jump, pump fake. Towers puts it up. It's off the mark. Samuelson gets it back for Rocky. It was McDonald who skied high to tip that one out. Samuelson, 3 for Rocky. And that builds their lead out to 7. 50-57. O'Neal with the catch. He gets it back. And O'Neal gets stuck with it, gives it over to Miles. Down to Amon Chapman. And the Diggers travel with it. 6 minutes left. And the Diggers can't afford to be turning it over against a high-powered offense on Rocky Mountain College that averages 84 points per game on the season, and in conference play, they're averaging almost 80. Can't turn the ball over. Towers, pump fake, drive, goes in the lane, and Pannebecker sends it out of bounds. Pannebecker's best game of the year so far. 20 points for him. Checking back in is Austin Payne for Rocky. He's got to be careful. I believe he's got 4 fouls. McDonald driving in. The jumper, it's off the mark, and it's Montana Tech basketball. Last touch by McDonald. Diggers got away with one there. As they will try to beat the pressure. Pannebecker in the lane, over the top. And Pannebecker's got 22. Foul on Pannebecker. And Franklin will go to the line to shoot 2. First one for Franklin is good. Darius Collins checks in. Pannebecker checks out. And that one is good for Franklin, who goes 2 of 2. Chapman will get a high screen from Doomer. Pick up his dribble. Now it's into Doomer in the low post. Out to Miles. Miles to O'Neal. O'Neal's been rather quiet tonight. 4 points, all coming at the free throw line. Doomer gets it stripped away by Towers. Molesworth will check in at the next dead ball. 59-52, Rocky leading by 7, 4:35 left to play. Franklin with the runner, it's off the mark. Rebound down to Doomer. Samuelson missed the putback there. Chapman driving in. Miles, pump fake, back to O'Neal. O'Neal steps into it. That one in and out. Rebound to Payne. Tell that would have been a big bucket for Montana Tech. Franklin gets a screen from Samuelson. Collins gets a loose ball. Driving down, goes in, hoop in the harp. That'll be Austin Payne's 5th, and he will have to check out. Molesworth checks in. Craig Wilmore checks in for Austin Payne. Trent Molesworth checks in. And Collins can't complete the three-point play. McDonald grabs the rebound. And a timeout by Rocky Mountain College. It's the Battlin Bears 59, the Diggers 54 with 3:49 left to play.
I'm Dr. Hillary Risser, and I'm a mathematician here at Montana Tech. The wonderful thing that I love about Montana Tech is the smallness of it. I actually get to know my students. I've had several students helping me over the past several summers working on my research with social media. We also take students to our professional conferences. Last year I took 8 students with me to the Joint Mathematics meeting in San Antonio. Every industry in the world has mathematical problems that need solutions. Montana Tech is the solution.
Welcome back, Montana Tech students and staff from Steeles. Montana Tech is important to Butte and Southwest Montana, and Steeles is proud to support Tech in many ways. Right now, anyone with a current Montana Tech ID will receive a 5% discount on anything in our store, just in time to furnish or upgrade those new apartments or homes. See our selection of home furnishings, mattresses, appliances, and electronics. Welcome back, Montana Tech from Steeles in Butte and Deer Lodge. Go Diggers!
As we come back with 3:49 left to go here in this one, it's Montana Tech trailing by 5 to Rocky Mountain College, 59-54. Sean Ryan sitting along with you here at Kelvin Sampson Court. Looking at the numbers, both teams shooting identical from the field. They're both 22 of 52 from the floor. That's 42.3%. Rocky has gone a little better downtown. They're 6 of 15. Montana Tech is 4 of 16. But the Diggers are struggling at the free throw line, shooting just 46%. They are 6 of 13 from the stripe, while Rocky is shooting 75%. Shot clock at 21 as Wilmore will get it. Hand it back off to McDonald. McDonald with the active dribble on the right-hand side. Drives in. He's going to go right to the hoop, and a blocking foul called against John Chapman. That'll put us at the 1-1. So Satchel McDonald will go to the line for Rocky. And McDonald misses the front end of the 1-1. We can confirm that Pannebecker's 24 points are a career high. His previous career high was 18 points. He did that twice. Molesworth turns it over. Franklin will lay it up and in. 61-54. Chapman. To O'Neal, extra pass to Miles. Corner, 3. It's off the mark, and the Diggers can't buy a shot in this late stretch of the ball game. McDonald driving in, drops it off to Samuelson. Samuelson spinning baseline, turnaround jumper, it's no good, gets it back. Drives in, and an offensive foul. And Molesworth is down. And they will send the players to their coaches. 61-54. Let's get the camera back on the Montana Tech huddle if we can, as Coach Hyatt runs over, give his team some instructions. Rocky leading by 7. 61-54. An offensive foul against Samuelson. That is his second and Rocky's 10th. You won't shoot free throws, though, because it wasn't in the team control. Molesworth will get up. Looks like he might have had a stinger in the right arm when he came down hard and tried to catch himself. (61-54), 2.5 minutes left. Miles with it as Rocky employs a zone defense here. Miles to O'Neal. They feed it inside to Doomer. Doomer, he'll go, he'll cut, he'll turn around with the left hand. The floater is up and in. Boy, you can't ask for much better post play than Coach Adam Hyatt's big man in Carson Doomer. McDonald to Samuelson. He'll hold it high above his head, give it off to Betcher. Betcher, they're being denied. Shot clock down to 9. It's in the hands of Wilmore. Wilmore, he'll sky, miss it. Rebound to the Diggers. That's Doomer on the board. The Diggers have been cleaning the glass well. O'Neal feeds it into Doomer. Doomer with the left hand. Doomer with 2 and 2, and it's a 3-point game. 61-58. McDonald driving in. Samuelson. He'll give a little hesitation. He used his dribble. Now he's being denied. It's Cannonen with it, working against Miles. He'll drive in the lane, give a pump fake. Back out, Samuelson. Long jumper, good for 2. And it's a 2-point basket with 55 seconds left. Makes a score, 63-58. Rocky calls a timeout. Let's look at the shooting percentages for both teams. Montana Tech shooting 42% now. Rocky shooting about 44%. The rebounding battle is dead even, 35-35. Montana Tech does have 12 offensive rebounds, however, and they've got 13 assists on 22 made field goals. The Diggers have forced 9 steals, and they've forced Rocky into 15 turnovers. They've also blocked 4 shots. Panabecker, the leading scorer in the game, with 24. Samuelson, he has got 23 now to go along with 14 rebounds. Looking at the points in the paint, they are dead even. It is 37-37. What a close and tight ball game this has been. You wonder if that Montana Tech Carroll College game was the spark that the Diggers needed to get a win at home in conference play against a very tough opponent, a ranked opponent. See something materialize, see your team play well, and inspires a little bit of confidence. So with 55.3 seconds left, it'll be Montana Tech basketball. They will be able to run the baseline if there is pressure. O'Neal gets the ball in. There's a 25-second difference between shot clock and game clock. O'Neal with it, and the Diggers down 5. They run off of it. O'Neal driving inside. Doomer gets it back to O'Neal. Pump fake. He'll drive in the lane. Scoop it up with the right hand. 7 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. 35 on the game clock, 28 on the shot clock. And that'll put Wilmore at the line to shoot. That'll put Satchel McDonald at the line to shoot the 1-and-1 with the 9th team foul. Coach Adam Hyatt comes quite a ways onto the floor to call a timeout. Officials couldn't hear him. It's so raucous here in Kelvin Sampson Court. So we'll take a quick break along with them. 63-60. Rocket leading by 3, and they're at the free throw line.
It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech, it felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
Montana Tech is my family's solution.
My name is John Wick. I am a graphic designer as well as a teacher and executive director, and I wear a whole lot of other hats. I basically want to drink coffee and make really cool things. My experience at Tech really gave me the confidence to say, well, I can go out and do that stuff. Montana Tech really legitimized and helped me develop the skills that I didn't even really know that I had. Montana Tech was my solution.
So Satchel McDonald is at the free throw line. Shoot the 1-and-1. And he makes the first. No. He goes 2 of 2. And it's 65-60. O'Neal gets a screen, drops it off to Miles. Miles for 3. It's in. It's a 2-point game. They foul McDonald. 65-63. That is the 10th team foul on Montana Tech. So 2 free throws coming for Satchel McDonald. McDonald in the game so far has only missed 1 free throw. Make it 2. And the Diggers will have a chance to tie with the shot clock turned off at 24.5 seconds. The Diggers have 1 timeout. Rocky has 1 timeout left. McDonald makes that one. And O'Neal will have it. He picks it up. The drive in the lane with the left hand. It's no good. And Doomer on the putback is fouled. Great job of Carson Doomer, knowing that O'Neal's miss was likely to come off on the far side, to go up and grab it and go back up right away. So he will have 2 free throws coming. Doomer 5 of 8 from the field in the ball game. He's got 11 points now. Latrell Franklin checking in as they check out McDonald. And Doomer goes 2 of 2 to make it a 1-point game, 66-65. Give it into Samuelson. Samuelson, he will be fouled by Panabecker with 16.2 seconds left. So Samuelson will step to the stripe. He's 2 of 2 in the ball game. That's the 5th foul for Dylan Panabecker. He checks out, and he will be your player of the game with 24 points to go along with 5 rebounds and 5 fouls. Samuelson makes the first to make it a 2-point game. Iman Chapman checks back in. Darius Collins checks out. Little offense-defense there for the Diggers. 1 free throw coming. And Samuelson makes 2. O'Neill will have it. 16.2 seconds left. Clock starts when he picks it up. He'll drive in. Chapman to Doomer. Doomer can't get the easy two. And Satchel McDonald will have it. He'll throw it over to Wilmore, and that will be the contest. 68-65 final. A hard-fought battle between two up-and-coming Frontier Conference teams. A 3-point loss for Montana Tech, but Dylan Pennebecker is your leading scorer with 24 in his best game of the season, best game of his career. 11 of 14 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3, had 5 rebounds. And Carson Doomer added 12 points for the Diggers. That'll do it for our broadcast here from Kelvin Sampson Court. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure bringing you this Frontier Conference action in every Frontier Conference game here at Kelvin Sampson Court. Thank you for tuning in, and do it again next time when the Diggers return to Kelvin Sampson Court. They will play Montana Western on February 1st and LC State on February 2nd, and we'll have those games for you here on GoDiggers.com.